Hey, it's Chef Steph. Welcome to my outdoor kitchen. Today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite warm weather salad recipes, cauliflower tabbouleh. Now, many of you are probably familiar with tabbouleh, and it typically contains a whole grain, but we're substituting cauliflower for the whole grain today. So let's get started. Here I already have 2 cloves of garlic already finely minced. We're going to add those right in. Next, we're going to be adding in the juice of a lemon. It's about 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. A little bit of salt. And I'm going to add some freshly cracked pepper. I'm kind of making my dressing for my salad first. That looks good. We can always adjust our salt and pepper to taste at the end. All right, next I'm just going to give this a little whisk, and this is going to allow the garlic to perfume the oil as we get our other ingredients in. All right, next let's work on our onion. I have a sweet onion. You can use regular onions, purple onions. You could substitute whatever you like, but I like the sweetness. And also I find sweet onions are a little bit more crunchy than regular onions. Anybody ever find that out? Let's get started. So onion, the top goes up, the roots go down. I've already washed and trimmed this. We're going to be using the pinch grip here, so hold your knife pinch grip. It's the safest way. Also, always use a sharp knife. When's the last time you've sharpened your knife, folks? Okay, take our fingers, we're going to pull them back, and we are going to grip it tightly and cut off the top of the onion. Then we have a surface that is not rolling around on our cutting board. All right, then we're going to go right through the middle. Keep our hand out of the way. There we go. We're going to put aside what we don't need, and hopefully our onion will peel nicely. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You just never know. All right. Did you know that an onion, these are actually called petals. They're not layers, they're petals, onion petals. All right, now we have our onion. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pretend there's an imaginary 1-inch line from here to the top, and we're gonna make parallel cuts going across without ever going through. It's gonna hold it all together and will be our own little food processor. All right, so I'm just going to stand up straight and keep my hand out of the way. And again, make as thick or as thin cuts. This recipe uses about a half an onion, and this is an average size onion. Sometimes the sweet onions can be really large, and we really want one about this size. And you can see everything's still held together. We're gonna rotate it, line it up against our knife, keep our fingers out of the way, and we're gently going to dice our onion. How simple is that? Like I said, we only need about a half an onion. There, we're just gliding right over, and then you can chop off the rest of this and throw that away. Now, if your pieces are a little big, you can easily go right back over it, no problem. Okay, that looks good to me. We're just gonna pick these right up and put them right into our dressing that we've already got sitting in our bowl. There we go. All right, let's set this down. Let's wipe off our board. Okay, whoops. Next, let's talk about cauliflower. Now, I happen to find a yellow cauliflower, but they actually come in green and orange, purple, and white. So I have half of one here. I've already got it started. We're gonna rip off these leaves. Did you know you can eat these too? They're actually very delicious. Just saute them, microwave them, steam them on the stovetop. They're great too. Or you can chop them up and use them as raw. I'm just gonna set it aside, right? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut off, and I'm gonna set that aside. There. And it's all together. So what I'm gonna do, I have a grater, and I'm simply going to grate about a cup worth right into the bowl. And this is just a great texture. And you know, you can also buy this already frozen in the freezer section that you could use as well. So we're just gonna grate this. We need about a cup. So if you leave the cauliflower whole, it really makes it easier for you to grip it so that you don't actually hurt yourself and catch your fingers in the grater, which is never very pleasant. All right, so we're just grating. Look how pretty that is, just as it is. It looks, I don't know, kind of looks like shaved ice, doesn't it? And I'm getting hot outside. It's a little warm today. All right, so about a cup. So we're gonna get that in there. And remember, we're getting nutrients not only from the cauliflower, but actually the color of our foods too. So the more colorful your foods, the more nutrients and beneficial they are to your health and keeping you healthy. You know what? That looks like about a cup. I think we're done. Let's set that aside. Okay, let's add in our next ingredients. We have beautiful chopped English cucumber. We're gonna add that right in. And let's talk about parsley. Now this is a salad spinner, and the one problem people have is when they're trying to cut up their fresh herbs, and this is flat leaf parsley, right here is flat leaf parsley, is that it has to be dry. So a salad spinner or shaking it in a netted bag is a great way to get the water slung off those herbs. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a soggy mess and they're gonna stick together and they're not gonna stay apart like this. And this is what you need. So I'm just gonna show you how I dice up this. So I have a bunch of parsley and we're just kind of folding it over, and we are gonna use some of the stems in this recipe, but these big, thicker ones, we're not gonna use those, okay? So we'll discard that. So just use the tender ones, cut till the tender ones. Okay, so here we go. So we just kind of grip them tightly, get your fingers out of the way, and just gonna really fine shred as we go over our leaves, okay? And you can just keep going down until you feel that thickness, and then you're gonna stop and you're gonna discard these. I'm just gonna set them here for now. And then what you can do as some of those leaves get out of the way, you just simply just take your knife and you're just gonna rock right back over it. And just make sure you don't have any large pieces. There we go. There. It's that simple. All right, let's add this right into our bowl. There we go. Let's add the rest of the parsley I already have prepared for you. Look how light and fluffy that is. Next, we're gonna be adding our tomatoes. These are 2 tomatoes that are diced. Just put those in there. I like to put them in at the top or at the end because I don't wanna crush them. And then I'm also adding some freshly chopped mint, which really adds a nice flavor, a little sweetness. And we'll put that right there. And let's toss it up. I like to use tongs. Just gonna toss this around. Now, this is also really good if you let it chill for 30 minutes in the refrigerator prior to serving. Look how beautiful that looks already, all those colors. So this makes a great base, like I said, for any grilled foods, any proteins, tofu, as well as a filling for a taco or a wrap. Looks great. All right, that's fantastic. Let's plate it up. And here it is, cauliflower tabbouleh, a great addition to any summer meal. Enjoy.